Tough Truck legends Glenn Dobbin and his navigator Garth Hannaford. Glenn, a fantastic event. You come third place Tough Truck for 2006. How do you feel?
Oh, pretty good, mate. I didn't actually think we'd claw our way back, but yeah, we're here.
I think we spoke to you earlier at the start of the weekend. There's some changes been made to the vehicle.
Not too much. We changed the tray, as you probably know, put all the pipe work on it, and that's made a fair bit of difference, actually. We've got a bit more room through the bunting, and as you know, they've got the little bollards out. We would have had a fair few issues if we'd left the original tray on it.
Now, it's an absolutely dominating vehicle. You have a fair bit to answer for the New South Wales, I think, for the Australian off-road scene. What is this vehicle? What did you start with, and what sort of things have you done to it?
Well, it's just a standard FJ 45. I bought it from an old bloke out in Lithgow and had a 350 Chev in it, just with a standard Landcruiser gearbox and running gear. Just got it home and started chopping it up from there. Didn't know what I was doing. Just thought, well, we'll just start working a few things out, like coilover suspension in it, and figured that didn't work. What's the next stage, you know?
You've certainly led the way with these hydraulics, and everyone's starting to follow you now. So where did the idea for that come from?
As I said, the biggest problem was I had the standard coilovers on it with a normal industrial hydraulic cylinder on it. Realised that didn't work, and basically got to a point, had to try and design something better. Come up with a plan with the trap spring on the top and the two-stage hydraulic cylinder. I tried to keep it as simple as I could. I know that sounds a bit weird, but all the other wild ideas I had, it was the simplest thing I could come up with, and yeah, that's what we went with.
I think you're running a slightly bigger motor now.
It's a 400 Chev now. Spent about, $5 or $6 grand on it. Just alloy heads and bits and pieces. Didn't want to go too big in the cam. Wanted a nice smooth power delivery. And that's what we've done. Got the gearbox in it, a dual stage sort of reduction in it, a planetary reduction that we made ourselves, and the big Chevy transfer case so we can get the front digs happening. And that was a major advantage today, big time. You can't manoeuvre a vehicle as good as the front dig as long as you lay it out properly and look at the terrain. Obviously the rear steer gives you advantage. You can steer it around over boulders and stuff like that, but front dig, when you get it right, just spins around on a dime.
Now, you're certainly well known for your engineering, but basically these portals are your design, basically homemade.
Yeah, they're a one-off. Had a few people ask me in the past, build me a set, but build them for this old girl, and that's the way it is. It's just one set and that's it.
You're certainly one of the prime movers here at Tough Truck. What keeps bringing you back to Tough Truck?
I just love it, yeah, awesome. I want to build a buggy too, but I'd never get rid of this old girl now. Had a few little brain fades, trying to flog it off to a few people, but there's no way. It's here to stay, that's for sure.
Definitely well done. Now, Garths, what are your feelings from the weekend? Because you certainly worked hard this weekend.
Yeah, we had a pretty big lead up to the event, building one of the Nissans for Evolution 4-wheel drive. Glenn and myself have put a hell of a lot of effort into it. Glenn built some fancy diffs up and another set of coilovers and all the gear that went along with it, so the old truck got neglected while we've pretty much built everything else for that truck, and yeah, I just put it all together and got that here, and we had a few issues with that, and it was just a hectic weekend in general, so we're glad it's over, I suppose, so we can spend some time with our families and that. But excellent weekend, top event. Tracks were heaps better than any previous event. A lot more technical, made the old girl work a bit harder. Glenn put it on its roof. Bit of a first time to see the big girl go over. It was probably part of my mistake, yelling at him, hurry up down the hill. And I was in the earphones, ringing in his head, probably saying, give it to it. And he just clipped the tree and sent it over. But no damage happened to it, so we'll be back. And yeah, it's excellent. Event's tops.
Awesome. Now, you're basically Glenn's eyes out there on the tracks. What's sort of communication like? What sort of things are you telling him when you're out there?
Pretty much just try and let him go for himself. Glenn picks good lines. He's a very capable driver. Just let him go where he wants to. We have a bit of a strategy. We sort out where we're going to go before we actually get on the track, put a bit of our heads together and work something out. And then where he can't see, and I want to put him there, he's got the faith to listen, so we sort of just guide around. I just tell him, front dig it here, front dig it there, and make sure the lockers are in and out, and pretty much he knows what he's doing, so it's all up to him, mate.
Well, guys, congratulations. 2006, third place here at Tough Truck. That's an awesome effort. But, Glenn, congratulations to you. You've been a prime mover in the scene and, well, an inspiration to a lot of people in the four-wheel drive scene. Thanks, guys.
Good on you. I'd like to thank Rusty's too. You'll see more of that. Heaps more fab cars will be done. Sweet.
No worries, guys. Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Thanks very much.